Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's the fourth session. Welcome to the fourth session of Śāstra Pramaṇam course. So, how are you feeling so far about the course? Are you good? Okay, very nice. So yesterday, thank you. Yesterday, what did we cover so far? We covered the 10 pramanas. And then in those 10 pramanas, we have consolidated those 10 pramanas into 3 pramanas. Let me very quickly give you a recap of what we are doing from the beginning. In case there are some, either they have joined late and they were not able to follow the flow, they are not able to understand where we are. And for those who have understood, it'll just be, it'll refresh your memory. We started off with Devadatta. Devadatta is in this universe. He had so many questions in this. He wants to know who is the creator of this universe. There are so many things in this world. He has so many questions about so many things. And to do any activity, he needs knowledge. So now we are searching for this knowledge. Where to get this knowledge? Knowledge means it is the cause for all types of activities, whether in this world or for dealings outside this world. Outside this world means who is the creator of this world, and what is my relationship with that creator, and where does he live, about the spiritual world. All this information, how will you get to know? You need knowledge for this. And even to do the most simple activity within this universe, you need knowledge. Then we said knowledge. So the definition of knowledge was the cause for all types of activities, all types of dealings. Knowledge is of 2 types. What are the 2 types of knowledge? Anubhava jnanam, smriti jnanam. Smriti jnanam is born from samskaras. Samskaras are coming from anubhava jnanam. I mean from anubhavam. Samskaras are coming from anubhava jnanam. Okay. Then this anubhava jnanam is 2 types. Yathartha jnanam and ayathartha jnanam. This yathartha jnanam is obtained in 10 different ways, or there are 10 types of yathartha jnanam. Pratyaksa, anubhava jnanam. Then you have anumiti jnanam, sabda jnanam, upamiti jnanam, like this 10 types of jnanam. And how do we get these 10 types of jnanam? In 10 each. So there are 10 ways in which we can get anubhava jnanam. So the way in which we get Pratyaksa jnanam is called Pratyaksa Pramaṇam. Also, in the first class, we also discussed the terms Prama, Pramatha, Prameyam, and Pramanam. Yes? Pramanam means what? Prama karanam iti pramanam. That means pramanam is the cause for prama. Prama means yathartha jnanam, right knowledge. Our goal is to get right knowledge. How can you get right knowledge? Through pramanam. Through pramanam. Pramanam is that which gives us right knowledge. So then we said there are 10 types of pramanam through which we can get right knowledge. And yesterday we went over these 10 types of pramanas. Yes? Then, even before we studied about these 10 pramanas, our goal was what? Okay, there are 10 pramanas. Which of these 10 pramanas? Because we want right knowledge. We want yathartha jnanam. What is ayathartha jnanam and yathartha jnanam? Yathartha jnanam means to know a thing for what it is. That is yathartha jnanam. To know something for what it actually is. If you get knowledge about something as it is, that is yathartha jnanam. And if you get knowledge of something else, right? So, standard example, right? You see a rope and you get knowledge that it is rope. This is yathartha jnanam. You see a rope and you get knowledge that it is a snake. It is not a snake, but you are seeing snakeness in that rope. That means it is ayathartha jnanam. This is not right knowledge. Our interest is we want right knowledge. Only when that pramanam gives you right knowledge, can you call it pramanam. If it is not giving you right knowledge, you cannot call it pramanam. You call it apramanam. So, now, after knowing that there are 10 types of pramanas, we want to know that pramanam, which will give us only right knowledge every time. It will give us only yathartha jnanam every time. There are 10 pramanas. Pramana means that which is the cause for yathartha jnanam. There are 10 types of pramanas. Do all these 10 pramanas always give us yathartha jnanam? No. Then is there one pramana in these 10 which will give us yathartha jnanam all the time? We want to find out. Because knowledge is the cause. It is the cause for all types of dealings. We need that knowledge. And that knowledge has to be yathartha jnanam only. We want right knowledge. We don't want ayathartha jnanam. So now our quest, our investigation is from these 10 pramanas, find that pramanam which will give us yathartha jnanam all the time. It will give us only yathartha jnanam. Not only that, second condition is this pramanam which is giving us yathartha jnanam all the time must also be independent. It should be able to give us yathartha jnanam not depending on any other pramana. Self-standing, right? It should be able to give us yathartha jnanam independent of any other pramana. That is second condition. And the third condition is this pramana which is giving yathartha jnanam should also be able to correct other pramanas when they are giving ayathartha pramanam. Ayathartha jnanam. That means if you are getting wrong knowledge from one pramana, for example, with my Pratyaksa Pramanam, I am seeing a rope and I am understanding that it is a snake. There should be one pramana which can immediately correct this and say, no, this is not a snake, it is a rope. So we want that pramana which will correct other pramanas. Pramana which gives yathartha jnanam all the time, which is independent, it is giving knowledge independently, and which is able to correct other pramanas. Okay. One more point that we last in yesterday's class, finally, what we saw was, after discussing these 10 pramanas, Srila Jiva Goswami has consolidated these 10 pramanas into 3. Because the other 7 will qualify under these 3 headings. So now we will leave the remaining 7 pramanas. We will only look at these 3 pramanas: Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, Sabda Pramana. Now you don't bring in Upamana Pramana, and it is all included here. From now onwards, when we discuss, we are only going to look at Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, and Sabda Pramana. And within these 3 pramanas, we want to arrive at that pramana which is going to give us only yathartha jnanam every time, which is independently giving us yathartha jnanam, which is able to correct the other two pramanas when they are giving ayathartha jnanam. Okay? So, we already saw that Pratyaksa Pramanam means senses, isn't it? What is the cause for Pratyaksha Jnanam? Pratyaksha Jnanam means direct perception. What is the cause for Pratyaksha Jnanam? The senses, 6 senses. Manaha Shashtani Indriyani, 6 senses. So these senses themselves are called Pramanam. But what is the flaw in the senses? Who will tell me what is the flaw in the senses? What is the flaw in the senses? Yes, Kalyani Velagamataji. Yes.
Mataji, please accept my blue.
Yes, Mataji, please accept my blue.
Senses are very limited and they commit to mistakes and they have the tendency to what it called mosam cheyadam.
Cheating, vipralipsa.
Cheating propensity. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So there is Brahma means illusion. Karana Patava means imperfection. Then there is Pramada. Pramada means making mistakes. Vipralipsa means cheating tendency. So because of these 4 defects, Pratyaksha Pramanam cannot give us yathartha jnanam every time. So can you take Pratyaksha Pramanam as our ultimate pramanam, which is giving yathartha jnanam all the time? Can you consider Pratyaksha jnanam, Pratyaksha Pramanam as our pramanam, which will give us yathartha jnanam every time? Can you? No. Yes, no, you cannot. Okay, you can, when there is yes or no answer, you can just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. That will give me, okay? It will save some time. So, Pratyaksha Pramanam cannot be that. Why? Because Pratyaksha Pramanam means senses. Senses have defects. When these 4 defects, when there are 4 defects, then you cannot get yathartha jnanam all the time. Sometimes you can get yathartha jnanam, sometimes you may not get yathartha jnanam. Okay. The next thing is, what about Anumana Pramanam? So I told you I will discuss some more about Anumana Pramanam and Shabda Pramanam today. Yesterday we just went, just to introduce you to the idea of Shabda Pramanam and Anumana Pramanam. Just little bit more is there in Anumana Pramanam, and then we will also discuss Shabda Pramanam today. Because Anumana Pramanam, what did we discuss yesterday? Anumana Pramanam. Would anyone like to tell me, if you feel confident, if you feel you're able to explain, if you have answered the questions, if you have studied, you can tell me. Yes, Mataji, Vatsala Mataji. Tell me about Anumana Pramanam. What happens? How is Anumiti Jnanam produced using Anumana Pramanam? Yes, Mataji, Vatsala Mataji.
That Anumana Pramanam comes from the inferences that we collect. If we do an experiment, at the end of the experiment, we have seen something, a color change or something, then we are, concluding that this is the way it is happening and this is the result of this experiment.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Anumana Pramanam is inference, and I'll ask Bhavana Mataji also. Based on what we discussed in class, please, Bhavana Mataji, go ahead.
So, Anuman Pramanam is again, like Mataji said, Vatsala Mataji said, that it is from inference, and it may happen that the person is getting trained, just like the artificial intelligence happening these days, that they train as they observe more and more data. But since this data set could be biased, the person, whatever who is learning, is also possibility to have biased, and he has not explored all the combinations. So it's limited, and the output that it will generate, the person, what they will think or they will derive a conclusion, could be correct or could be incorrect as well.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Next person. Meenakshi Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
This Anumana Pramanam means this to get anumiti jnanam. We have take the Devadatta example, Goshala, that campfire they will think as smoke is coming. Whenever fire was there, that smoke was coming. They will think because of the fire only smoke was coming. Like that, smoke was coming because of fire. Like that, he will think that Devadatta example you have given, and inference. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. That knowledge, like that, standing in hill also, if he was having that intuition. He was having that intuition among this smoke. When there is a smoke, there is a fire. Like that intuition in mind coming. So this was stated there. Like that in, for example, for hill also, he was thinking that having smoke coming, there was a fire like that. Was the different places having different new places have rule new rule is there for new places that is mentioned yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, next, Shampriya Mataji. Oh, unmute.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Pranam
Mataji.
Mataji. Pranam Mataji. As you explained in the previous class, that Anumana Pramanam, that is the cause for anumiti jnanam. And that is based on the actually vyapti jnanam, which is coming from the Pratyaksa Pramaṇam. And this vyapti jnanam is basically the relationship between the sadhya and the hetu, which that person is inferring by the Pratyaksa Pranam, that which he's seeing. For example, you gave the example of Devadatta, that most of the times in the kitchen and in the campfire, he was seeing that wherever there is smoke, there is fire always. So inferred that when he went to the mountains, he saw that there is a smoke. So immediately, based on the vyapti jnanam, that the relationship that he has developed, that he has inferred between the sadhya and the hetu, here the sadhya is the conclusion, that is the fire, and the hetu is the smoke, that wherever there is smoke, he infers that there is a fire. So by seeing the smoke rising in the mountain, he immediately inferred that there is a fire there also. So that is Anumana Pramanam.
So what is anumiti jnanam finally?
Anumiti jnanam is that which is the Anumiti jnanam is what is coming from Anumana Pramanam.
No, in this case, in Devadatta's case, what is anumiti jnanam?
In Devadatta's case, anumiti jnanam is that wherever there is fire, there will be smoke.
Okay, Mataji.
But that is, thank you. Maybe
after I take everyone's, finally I will explain. But yeah, thank you. I'm just trying to see how much each one has understood. That's all. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Padma Krishnan Mataji. Unmute.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Not much different from what the previous Mataji said. But the Anumiti Jnanam is where there is smoke. She said where there is fire, there is smoke. Where there is smoke, he infers that there is fire.
Acha, okay. I thought she said the same, but she said, okay.
She said where there is fire, there is smoke.
Okay. Yes.
So because of his past samskaras, because he saw that there is fire and smoke has arisen from fire, he infers that whenever there is smoke, there will be fire over there.
Okay.
That's what that's why. So, yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vanni.
Yes. Okay, then.
So, that is why that is Anumana Pramanam. That is Anumana, he infers that whenever he sees the smoke, that there will be fire over there. That is what he infers.
So, so you're saying Anumana Pramana means, can you tell again? Anumana
that
Pramana
which causes Anumiti Jnanam is Anumana Pramanam.
Okay, and with the example, how are you explaining?
Example is, now Devadatta, he saw fire in two places and he saw smoke coming out of the fire. So he inferred that wherever there is fire, there will be smoke. So when he sees the smoke on top of the hill, he infers naturally there will be fire over there. because he has seen smoke coming out of fire. So his Anuman is, okay, there will be fire there. That is why there is smoke.
What is his final conclusion? What is the jnanam he got?
The jnanam he got is, wherever there is smoke, there is fire.
Acha, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, Mataji, thank you. Tamil Selvi Mataji. Unmute.
Okay. The reverse, wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. But when we reverse it like welding iron rods and in gas stove, there will be fire without smoke. So
Yeah.
this is the defect in this.
This is the defect.
In vyapti jnanam.
What is vyapti jnanam, Mataji?
That is relationship between two objects. That is one that is hetu and satya.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we reverse it, that is, it's not always whenever there is a fire, there is a smoke, as in case of welding rod, iron rods and gas stoves. They don't produce smoke, but fire will be there. That is the defect in that. That is my understanding.
Acha. Okay, Mataji. Thank you. That's your understanding. Next, Rashmi Mataji. Unmute Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, it is the same thing. When he sees smoke and when he sees the fire, he observes two objects, then he makes a relationship between them and then he applies the rule. And this is vyapti jnanam. And from this, he will get anumati jnanam.
What is the anumiti jnanam he gets?
That's what, wherever he sees smoke, there is fire.
Acha.
This is the jnanam he gets.
Okay. Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Next, Brajadevi Priya Mataji. And then, yeah. And then after this, I'll explain because we'll lose time. Brajadevi Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Panchanga pranams. Yes, Mataji. Anumana Pramanam is applying vyapti jnanam to get anumiti jnanam. Vyapti jnanam is from various experiences that he has seen smoke is coming out of fire. So he infers, he made a rule that smoke will come when there is fire. So, how he gets anumiti jnanam is, even though he didn't see fire, when he saw the smoke, he came to the conclusion there will be fire. So, Anumana Pramanam is applying vyapti jnanam to get anumiti jnanam.
Yes. So in this case, what is the final anumiti jnanam he got?
That even though he didn't see the fire in the hill, he came to the conclusion there. He just saw the smoke, and then he came to the conclusion that there will be a fire on the hill.
That is the answer.
Thank you, Mataji.
Anumiti
Mataji,
jnanam.
I have a question also. Sorry to bother you. You said we will be neglecting the Pratyaksa Pramanam, but what about Vaidusha Pratyaksa Pramanam?
Good point.
So,
very good.
Does that come under Sabda Pramanam?
Yes. Vaidusha Pratyaksham. When we said yesterday, Arsha Pramanam. Remember?
Yes.
So Vaidusha Pratyaksham means the knowledge that that particular sage or liberated person is getting by his Pratyaksham. That means he's deriving that knowledge by his Pratyaksham. His Pratyaksham is free from defects. So whatever knowledge he's getting is Yathartha Jnanam. Now that Yathartha Jnanam which he gives us through words is Arsha Pramanam. So when he gives that to us, that becomes Shabda Praman because he's giving us through statements, words. Now, but if you want to simply accept that this particular person, Vaidusha Pratyaksham, this person's Pratyaksham is Yathartham. Whatever Vaidusha Pratyaksham is Yathartham, no doubt. Vaidusha Pratyaksham is Yathartham. But how will you decide who is that Vidusha? For that, you will need another non-defective pramanam which will certify this person is Vaidusha. So his pratyaksham is Vaidusha Pratyaksham. You can accept this person. Then what will happen? Vaidusha Pratyaksham becomes dependent. It is dependent on another source which will certify that this person is Vaidusha. So his Pratyaksham is Vaidusha Pratyaksham, you can accept. That is why in the beginning we set 3 criteria. It should give us Yathartha Jnanam all the time. It should give it independent of any other pramanas. So the second point will be here, it will be dependent. It cannot independently give us. You cannot just, how for you to know who is a Vidusha, what is Vaidusha Pratyaksham, you will need another. That's why we cannot consider Vaidusha Pratyaksham here for the ultimate pramana. Although Vaidusha Pratyaksham is always giving Yathartha Jnanam, no doubt.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji, you want to say something about Anumana Pramanam?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, I wanted to say that Devadatta finally decides that there is smoke wherever there is fire, and there cannot be any other reason for smoke.
Yeah, I will explain that. Yes, that point is also correct. Smoke only comes from fire. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now let us, thank you. So I see there is some, clarity is not there about what is vyapti jnanam, what is anumiti jnanam. So I want to go over that quickly one more time. Okay. Today I have my XP pen. I will. Okay. Oops. All right. So you're all with me. We saw Pratyaksa Pramanam. Pratyaksa Pramanam gives us Pratyaksha Jnanam. So after seeing the 10 pramanas, we have concluded, we have consolidated. We have consolidated the 10 pramanas into 3. Now we are only going to look at Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, and Sabda Pramana. Pratyaksha Pramana gives us Pratyaksha Jnanam, Anumana Pramana gives Anumiti Jnanam, Sabda Pramanam gives us Sabda Jnanam. Okay. Now we want to discuss something more about Anumana Pramanam. But before that, I want to explain to you. I have to add another page here. Okay. I'm just using this page to explain Anumana Pramanam. See, Devadatta went in the kitchen and saw from fire smoke is coming. Okay. He saw this. He saw this. Then he went to Goshala. Okay. And there also he saw that there's wet hay which is set on fire. It's producing smoke. That means fire is coming from smoke. This is kitchen. Goshala. And then campfire. There also he saw smoke is coming from fire. Okay. So this is his observation. By observation, he saw it in all these places. Devadatta went to all these places. He saw this is smoke coming from fire. Here also same thing. This is smoke coming from fire. Here also smoke coming from fire. So by his observation, Devadatta made a rule. He made a rule. What is the rule? Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. Okay. This rule that he made is called vyapti. Many of you said anumiti jnanam means wherever there is smoke, there is fire. That is not anumiti jnanam. That is vyapti jnanam. Okay. How did he get this vyapti jnanam? By his direct perception. In this case, he got it by his direct perception. He saw in different places. He saw here, then here, and here, and he's seeing every day. And he came to the conclusion, like Mataji, Sheila Mataji said, that fire can only come from smoke. I mean, smoke can only come from fire, right? Smoke can come only from fire. Smoke cannot come from anything else. Okay? So this was his observation, that smoke can come only from fire. Therefore, by this observation, smoke can come only from fire. He made a rule, wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. This rule that he made is called vyapti jnanam. This much you should be clear first. Vyapti jnanam means by his observation in nature, he understood the relationship between two objects. What are the two objects here? Smoke and fire. Smoke and fire, these are the two objects. He observed these two objects in different places. Here in the kitchen, Goshala, like that he observed. And he found a relationship between these two objects. Smoke is the cause, it's hetu. Hetu means cause, okay? Smoke is the cause and fire is the effect or sadhya. Okay? Smoke and fire. He observed this relationship and then he made a rule in his mind. What is the rule? Whenever I see smoke, I know there must be fire. Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. This is the rule he made for himself in his mind. The rule that he made is called vyapti jnanam. Now he is going with this vyapti jnanam everywhere. Now one fine day, he goes to a hill, near a hill. And this Devadatta is here. And on the hill, he is seeing smoke. As soon as he saw smoke, now he is remembering. What is he remembering? He is remembering his vyapti jnanam. What is the vyapti jnanam? Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. I am seeing smoke on this hill, right? This is a hill. And he is seeing smoke here. So, as soon as he saw this smoke, he remembered the vyapti jnanam. What is the vyapti jnanam? Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. What did he do? He applied this vyapti jnanam to this situation, to this hill. What is he seeing here? He's seeing a hill with smoke coming out. So that vyapti jnanam, wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. That knowledge he is applying here to this new place, to this situation, new situation. Okay? He is applying that vyapti jnanam. How did he get that vyapti jnanam? From his observation in the kitchen. So he is remembering that. And now what is he saying? The smoke on this fire is caused by, the smoke on this hill. The smoke on this hill is caused by fire. How is he seeing fire? He's not seeing fire. He is inferring. He is inferring that there is fire. He is inferring that there is fire. He is only seeing smoke. But by seeing this smoke, he is remembering his vyapti then he's applying that vyapti to this situation. This application of vyapti to this situation is called, there's another word, paramarsa. Some students ask me, what is paramarsa? Because I didn't explain yesterday. Paramarsa. Paramarsa means he remembered this vyapti and now he's in a paksha. Paksha means this mountain. Okay, this new place. Now he came to this mountain. So here he's applying this vyapti to this, and this, by this application, he's seeing that the cause, the smoke seen on this mountain is caused by fire. This is called paramarsa. Paramarsa means applying this vyapti to this new situation. Then what is born out of this paramarsa? What is born out of this paramarsa? What is anumiti jnanam? Paramarsha janyam jnanam, anumiti jnanam. That means the knowledge which is born from paramarsha is anumiti jnanam. Knowledge born from paramarsha is anumiti jnanam. Paramarsha produces anumiti jnanam. So what is paramarsha? He applied that vyapti here. What is that vyapti? Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. That is vyapti. So this is his new place. Okay, new situation. Here he saw the hetu. Why he remembered? Why he remembered the vyapti? Because of this hetu. The cause is smoke. He saw smoke. He saw smoke, because of which now he remembered vyapti. Then he applied this vyapti in this situation. Wherever there is smoke, there must be fire. Then he comes to the conclusion, which is his anumiti jnanam. There is fire on this hill. There is fire on this hill. So finally, what is his anumiti jnanam? What did he get? What is the knowledge he got? There is fire on this hill. That is anumiti jnanam. Anumiti jnanam means there is fire on this hill. That is final. Okay? You're clear about vyapti? Vyapti jnanam, anumiti jnanam, hetu, sadhya, paramarsa. Okay? Or you want me to tell one more time? Clear? Sayantani Mukherjee Mataji. Yes. Unmute. Huh? Mataji, raise your hand again. I don't see you. Raise your hand again. I don't see you. One second. Yeah, go ahead. Unmute.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, can you please explain me this paramarsha part once again? I just missed it. Yeah.
I will do. I will do. I was going to do it. Yes, I'll do that. Okay. I'll tell you one more time. And actually, okay. Steps, remember. Step 1 is this Devadatta. He observed this in the kitchen, he observed in Goshala, and in this he observed that smoke is coming from fire. And by this observation in different places, he made a rule, vyapti jnanam. What is the vyapti jnanam? Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. Okay. Then now he comes to this new place, mountain, and he sees this smoke. Smoke is the hetu. So when there is a hetu, what is the cause according to his rule? Where there is smoke, there must be fire. So what triggered this? This smoke, this hetu, the smoke when he saw, by seeing this, he remembered his vyapti jnanam. Because vyapti jnanam, what is his vyapti jnanam? Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. So when he saw this smoke, he remembered vyapti jnanam. Okay? Now the next step is paramarsa. Paramarsa includes his remembering vyapti jnanam and then applying it. So now he is applying that vyapti jnanam to this hill. Okay? Paramarsa means he's applying. How he's applying? His vyapti jnanam says wherever there is smoke, there is fire. There will be fire. Here there is smoke. There is smoke on this hill. This smoke must come from fire only. Because smoke comes only from fire. Smoke cannot come from any other source. So I'm seeing smoke here. It must be coming from fire. Smoke is coming on top of the hill. So there must be fire on this hill. So his conclusion is there is fire on this hill. What is paramarsa? Applying this vyapti to this particular situation, to this object in front of him, where he's seeing the hetu. He's applying this vyapti here, and then the inference, the conclusion that he's making, what is the conclusion? There is fire on this hill. So by his paramarsa, by the application of vyapti here, paramarsa means application, applying this vyapti here, right? Seeing the hetu, remembering the vyapti, and applying that vyapti to this situation, that is paramarsa. By that paramarsa, he comes to the conclusion, there is fire on this hill. Is that clear, Mataji? Yes, thank you. Okay. All right. Now, there's one more point. Go back. Yes, Mataji. Priya Agarwal, Mataji. I have to unmute you. Go ahead. Unmute.
Mataji, my doubt is in chat section.
Please unmute and ask. I didn't hear your question. Oh, it's in chat, you said. Okay, okay. I'll see. Miss. You're saying, I'm confused with sadhya hetu because fire causes smoke, then fire should be hetu, right? Yes, okay, good question. Yes, because fire is causing smoke, so fire should be hetu and smoke should be the sadhya. Mataji is saying. The thing is, what is the first thing that
Devadatta saw?
See, when he saw smoke, that smoke is telling him that there is fire. Why? Because smoke comes only from fire. So here that the other point will fit here. Now if you say fire is the hetu and smoke is the sadhya, then you should say wherever there is fire, there should be smoke. Priya Mataji, with me? You can give your symbols. If you're not able to unmute, just yes or no. Oh, yeah. So if you say there is, if fire is hetu and smoke is sadhya, you are saying wherever there is fire, there will be smoke. Is that correct? Is it correct to say wherever there is fire, there is smoke? No, it's not correct. Why? In Karkhana, you see there is fire, there is no smoke. In the kitchen, you'll see in the gas stove, there's fire, there is fire, but there is no smoke. So therefore, fire cannot be hetu. For us, what is the hetu? Smoke is the hetu. When you see smoke, that smoke is telling us there is fire. Because smoke comes only from fire. Clear, Mataji? Okay, thank you. All right. What is the difference between paramarsa and Anumana Pramanam? Is that cleared, Priya Mataji? Also cleared. Okay. So I think you're fine with that. There's one more thing, a small point here to be said. This, what do you say? Anumiti jnanam, one derives for oneself, right? So now in the case of Devadatta went and saw the smoke, right? Smoke is the hetu. He remembered his vyapti. He did paramarsa. Paramarsa means he applied that vyapti to this hill. that wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. I am seeing smoke here. So there should be fire here. So on this mountain, smoke is coming on this from this mountain. That means there is fire on this mountain. So he came to the conclusion that knowledge he got, there is fire on this mountain, that is anumiti jnanam. So for himself he got this. This is called svartham. Svartham means for himself. Swartham. So svartha. So anumiti jnanam comes in, for oneself. When you get anumiti jnanam, that's called swartham. Okay. The second one is parartha. Parartham means for others. When you want to explain, when you want to give this anumiti jnanam to another person, okay? When you want to give anumiti jnanam to another person, there are actually 5 steps. 5 steps. What are they? First one is called pratignya. Pratignya means proposition. Second is hetu, cause. Third is vyapti or drishtanta. That means the rule that you formed, or you can say example. Okay. Fourth is upanaya. Upanaya. Okay. Upanaya. Upanaya means what? Application. Or, paramarsa. Application. And fifth one is nigamana. Conclusion. Okay. The same anumiti jnanam for oneself. Svartha means getting anumiti jnanam oneself. That is svartham. Parartham means so this 1 and 2. Okay, this is svartham and this is parartham. Parartham means when you want to give this anumiti jnanam to another person, you want to explain, then you have to follow 5 steps. What is the first step? Pratigya. So you will make a proposition in the beginning. What is the proposition? So we'll take Devadatta's example. There is fire on this hill. It's just like you make a hypothesis, right? At the beginning of, first you make your proposition. This is the hypothesis. And then you have to prove it. So there is fire on this hill. That's the proposition. Then what is the cause? Why are you making this proposition? What is the cause? The hetu is smoke. You see smoke coming out of that hill. Smoke on the hill. Smoke on the hill is the cause. Okay. Then third step is vyapti. So now you will give an example. In the kitchen, you saw smoke comes from fire. That's the example, right? In the kitchen is the example where smoke comes from fire. And then, or vyapti, the vyapti rule you can say, yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vahini. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. You will give that rule. Then upanaya. Upanaya Is it clear? Upanaya means application of this vyapti. That means wherever there is smoke, there is fire. On this hill, there is smoke. Because according to this vyapti, wherever there is smoke, there should be fire. And I'm seeing smoke on this fire, right? You're applying it. So there must be fire according to the rule. So this is application. According to the rule, wherever there is smoke, there must be fire. Therefore, on this hill, the smoke that I'm seeing, that must be caused by fire. Like this. This is application. Okay. And finally, what is the conclusion? Same, whatever proposition you said, there is fire on this hill. Now you have proved it. So your conclusion is, there is fire on this hill. That's okay. So this is how Anumana Pramana works. Anumana Pramana, how one gets anumiti jnanam from Anumana Pramana. Okay. First you observe. You want me to leave that page on? You're still taking note? Okay. So in Anumana Pramana, what did we do? First of all, for oneself and for others. For oneself, what did we see? You observed within this, you observe the relationship between two objects in nature, where one object is serving as a cause, hetu, and another object is serving as a, effect, sadhya. And then you formed a rule between those two. So in our example, the rule was, wherever there is smoke, there must be fire. Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. And then when you go to a new place, when you see that hetu, when you see smoke, you will recall your vyapti jnanam. Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. You will apply that to that new situation. Because I am seeing smoke here, there must be fire in this hill. And finally, you will come to the conclusion, there is fire on this hill. You are not seeing fire, but you get the knowledge that there is fire. You are getting knowledge that there is fire. That is anumiti jnanam. There is fire on this hill. That is anumiti jnanam. Then we said, parartham means when you are explaining this, giving this anumiti jnanam to another person, what is the procedure? It is a 5-step procedure. First step is called pratigya or proposition. What is your proposition? There is fire on this hill. So first you will tell that person, there is fire on this hill. Now you go about how you are coming, how you are making this proposition, how you are going to prove this proposition. You see smoke on the hill, that is the hetu. The cause for this proposition is the hetu. There is a fire, there is smoke on this hill. Then you will tell example. Like this, we will see in kitchen also. In the wood stove, smoke is coming from fire. In Goshala also, you can see smoke comes from fire. Campfire also, you'll see smoke comes from fire. Examples. And by that, you form a vyapti. You tell the rule. What is the rule? Wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. So that vyapti, that is step 3. Then after that, after recalling the vyapti, now you have to apply that vyapti to this particular situation, to this hill. That is upanaya, right? I am seeing smoke here. Vyapti jnanam tells me when there is smoke, there will be fire. If there is smoke here, means this smoke must be coming from fire only. This is the application. This smoke that I am seeing on this fire, it is coming from fire only. Fire, if smoke is coming from mountain, fire also will be on mountain only. So then conclusion is, this mountain has fire. There is fire on this mountain. This is conclusion. Okay. So that was Anumana Pramana. So the remaining, and one more thing to be noted, we discussed it yesterday about how the knowledge that we are getting, scientists, the knowledge that we are getting is based on these rules that are made. Rules, yes, you have various formulae, right? Formulae are made, rules are made. And based on those rules, applying those rules in different situations. Just like Devadatta applied his vyapti jnanam, that rule, on the hill, and he got knowledge. What knowledge did he get? He got new knowledge. His vyapti jnanam was wherever there is smoke, there is fire. That's all. That is vyapti jnanam. Now applying that rule, that formula on the hill, he got knowledge. This particular mountain has fire. Now using that knowledge, he will do something else. Oh, there is fire here, so he will go to warm himself, or he can do so many things. But how he got the knowledge that there is fire? Using that rule, vyapti. Like that, the scientists also, they come up with various new things. They are inventing many things, and they're giving us knowledge also. Different types of knowledge they are giving. How they are giving it? Where is that knowledge coming from? From the rules that are made by, you can say, by the previous scientists. Some rules were given. Now they take those rules and applying those rules in different situations, they are getting new knowledge. In different fields, they're getting new knowledge. So sometimes smartphones are created, sometimes invented, some televisions are invented, so many other things are invented. Using those rules and applying those rules in different situations, they're getting new knowledge. What is the defect though? How the rules were formed in the first place? You have to go back to the roots. The rule is formed based on observation, pratyaksham. But pratyaksham has defects. Yes, yeah, 4 defects. Because pratyaksham has defects, the output, the final knowledge will also have those defects. And also, as I mentioned earlier, it does not mean that pratyaksham is giving us only ayathartha jnanam. We didn't say that, right? Our eyes also see things as they are, right? I see a pen and I understand it's a pen. My eyes are giving right knowledge, but they also give wrong knowledge because of the defects. So whenever there are defects, you should understand, if there are defects means there's a possibility of getting ayathartha jnanam. You cannot trust that knowledge. Therefore, pratyaksha jnanam has to be removed as our pramana, which will give only yathartha jnanam all the time. We cannot choose pratyaksha jnanam. And now we discussed anumana pramanam. Anumana pramanam, if the rule which is formed is based on pratyaksham, you cannot accept that anumana pramanam as your pramanam for that gives yathartha jnanam all the time. If the vyapti jnanam, the rule which is formed, based on that rule, you are getting final result, final anumiti jnanam. If that rule is taken from observation, pratyaksha pramanam, because pratyaksha has defects, the rule which is made will also have those defects. Therefore, sometimes it can give real knowledge, sometimes it can give wrong knowledge. It can give right or wrong knowledge. So you cannot say certainly that this is right knowledge only. It can be wrong also. So Anumana Pramanam cannot stand independently. It cannot give, okay, one thing is Anumana Pramanam is not giving you knowledge independently. It is depending on something else. It is depending on Pratyaksha, no. There is one more possibility for Anumana Pramanam. Am I going too fast? Too fast? Speed is good? Good. Okay. Anumana Pramanam, sometimes this vyapti, this rule can be taken from a non-defective source also. Anumana Pramanam, right? Anumana Pramanam means what? This paramarsa. Using this vyapti jnanam and applying it to a new place, that is Anumana Pramanam. By that Anumana Pramanam, you're getting knowledge. So you're using vyapti jnanam, the rule that you're taking, if that is taken from a non-defective source. In Devadatta's example, we took it from a defective source. It was from Pratyaksa Pramanam. Pratyaksha means it has defects. Now, if I take the same rule from a non-defective source, then what? Then Anumana Pramanam will give you yathartha jnanam or not? What do you think? Yes? Yes. If Anumana Pramanam is rooted in a non-defective source, if the rule which is formed, the vyapti jnanam, if that is taken from a non-defective source, then Anumana Pramanam can give yathartha jnanam all the time, no problem. As long as that Anumana Pramanam is rooted in non-defective source, you can trust Anumana Pramanam to give you yathartha jnanam. Good. Still, even if that Anumana Pramanam is rooted in that, non-defective source, still you cannot take Anumana Pramanam as your ultimate Pramanam. Why? Because it is dependent. It is not independent. Second condition is this pramana should give us independently, it should give us yathartha jnanam. It should not depend on other pramanas. Anumana pramana, if it is depending on, let us say, there is non-defective shabda. Pratyaksha is, we have only 3 now. All others are removed. We have only 3. Pratyaksha, Anumana and Shabda. Pratyaksha, we said it cannot give yathartha all the time, except for Vaidusha Pratyaksham. But Vaidusha Pratyaksham is depending on another source to certify it, to validate that this is Vaidusha Pratyaksham. So that is not independent. It is dependent. So we cannot take Pratyaksham. Ruled out. Anumanam, can we take Anumanam as our source for all yathartha jnanam all the time? No, because Anumanam, if it is rooted in Pratyaksham, that means it has defects. We cannot take. Okay, if Anumanam is rooted in a non-defective source, what else is left? Non-defective source means Shabda is remaining. So if there is Shabda, and if that Shabda has no defects, then Anumana Pramanam will give yathartha jnanam. It will give or not? Yes, it will give yathartha jnanam. Then can we take Anumana Pramanam as our Pramanam? Still we cannot take, because that Anumana Pramanam is also depending on another Pramanam. We want that Pramanam, which is validating this, we want that as our ultimate Pramanam. So with this, now we will go to Sabda Pramanam. There's one more point to be discussed here. So whatever knowledge we have in this world, maybe I can discuss it later on. Let me go to Shabda Pramanam today. I want to cover Shabda. Now let's go to Shabda Pramanam with this background of I lost my page or what? If I don't save, it will be gone. I had taken some notes. It's gone, I think. It's here. Okay. One second. Okay. All right. You're able to see the whiteboard, right? Achha, now let's go to Shabda Pramanam. What did we discuss about Shabda Pramanam yesterday? Shabda means what? Apta Vakyam. Yes, remember? Shabda means Apta Vakyam. Vakyam means sentence. Apta means authority, authoritative sentence. Shabda Pramanam means an authoritative sentence. If you remember from yesterday, sentence is made up of words. It's Pada Samuham. Vakyam means Pada Samuham. It is a group of words. Word is a group of alphabets. But word is not simply a group of alphabets, but word must have the potency to indicate an object. For example, when you say water, W-A-T-R, water, that word has the potency to indicate the object water, which is liquid, which is flowing, which quenches my thirst, like that. Such words, when such words are put together into a sentence, then it is called a vakyam. But that is not complete. There's more in that, some more story, which we'll discuss today. It is not that all sentences which have meaningful words, they can be a statement. They can be a statement. For example, if I say, I'll open the other page in which we were working. Yeah, this is. Okay. Here, now we are doing Shabda. Why am I? Anyway, I'll just do it here. Why my pen is not writing on this? Isha. Oh, show me. It's not writing. Ulta. Okay, sorry. All right. Here. Now we are doing Shabda. Shabda. So we said Shabda Pramanam means Apta Vakyam. Apta Vakyam. Okay. That means authoritative statement. And what did we say? Vakyam means Pada Samuham. Means it's a group of words. And also we said word, Padam, or words, means it should have the potency to indicate an object. Okay. Now, can any sentence with meaningful, or can, okay, I won't write this, I'll just tell you, can any group of words, meaningful words, form a sentence? For example, if I say Rama, cat, cow, is this a sentence? Rama, cat, cow, is this a sentence? No, this is not a sentence. But if I say Rama went to the forest, is this a sentence? Yes. Why the first one is not a sentence? Why the second one is a sentence? Because for a sentence to be meaningful, to be authoritative, or for a sentence to be proper, 3 conditions must be satisfied. 3 conditions must be satisfied. What are those 3 conditions? We will see now. First condition is akanksa. You can just take the list first. First is akanksa. Second is yogyata. Third is sannidhi. akansha, yogyata, and sannidhi. Okay? For a sentence to be proper, it should satisfy three conditions: akansha, yogyata, and sannidhi. Now I will tell you what is akansha. Akansha means, we took this sentence, simple. Rama went to the forest. Okay. Here, there's a word Rama, there's a word went, there is forest, right? All words are there. In this sentence, there is akanksha between two words. That means this word Rama gets some fulfillment from the word went. It has some expectation. Rama has some expectation. This word Rama has some expectation from this word went. And when this word went is there, this akanksha, this expectation is satisfied. To make it clear, I will explain it. 1 second. So if I said Rama forest, what is missing here? Rama forest. So Rama, what did Rama do? Right? If you simply said Rama, immediately the question is, what did he do? What did Rama do? That is the expectation. But if you say Rama went, then that is satisfying that expectation. Rama, what did Rama do? Rama went. Okay, so this word went is actually satisfying the akanksha of the word Rama. Now if I said only, in another case, if I said went, if you just said went forest, let's say, went to forest if you said, then what is missing here? Who went? Right? Who went? So there is some expectation. This word has some expectation from the word Rama, which is satisfied when you say Rama. Oh, Rama went to forest. If you say only went, you don't know. You understand? Like this, the words inside a sentence have akanksha. Akanksha means there's some expectation. They have some expectation for fulfillment. When that akanksha is there between words and when that akanksha is satisfied, then only such a sentence can be called a proper sentence. That's one condition. All three conditions have to be satisfied. This is just the first condition. So you understood what is akansha? Akanksha, I'm trying to see you people also and the screen. I'm not seeing you people now. Okay. So akanksha is clear. Yes, akanksha means between the words in a sentence, there is some expectation. When that expectation is satisfied, it means akanksha is satisfied. Now the next condition is, okay, try. Next is yogyata. The next condition is yogyata. Yogyata. Second one. Second one is yogyata. What is yogyata? Yogyata means the sentence has to be meaningful. It should make sense. Meaningful. For example, I'll say, you in front of the house, you sprinkle water in the morning. In villages, you see, because in cities now you have these tar roads. So there's no point in sprinkling water. But when you have a dirt road, right, dust raises. So you sprinkle water and then you put some rangoli in front of the house, right? So you sprinkle water. Does anyone sprinkle fire? On the ground with your hand, do you take fire and sprinkle? No, right? So if there's a sentence that Rama sprinkles fire, is this a meaningful sentence? Or you can say another sentence I will give you if this is not, if you're not able to relate to this sentence. If another sentence is, if I say, cool yourself with fire. Cool yourself with fire. Does this make sense? No. You can cool yourself with water. How do you cool yourself with fire? So this sentence, these sentences don't have yogyata. There is no meaning in it. It is not possible. So the sentence must also satisfy yogyata. So in this case, what would be the right sentence? Rama sprinkles water would be the right sentence. That would be a sentence that has yogyata. Rama sprinkles water. This would be the correct sentence. Rama sprinkles fire does not have yogyata. Cool yourself with fire does not have yogyata. But cool yourself with water. With water. This has yogyata. Okay. So akanksa and yogyata is done. Next is sannidhi. Sannidhi. Third one. Sannidhi means what? Sannidhi means proximity, closeness. Sannidhi. Sannidhyam, right? Association, coming close. Sannidhi. So what is this? So if I say Rama went to the forest. Now if I say Rama, I'll say today. And in the afternoon, I will say went. And in the night before going to bed, I say to the forest. Can you call that a sentence? I'm saying Rama. And then afternoon, I'll say went. And in the night, if I say forest, that cannot be called a sentence. There should be proximity. There shouldn't be, big gap between the words. Rama went to forest must be close together. There shouldn't be gap, right? Then you cannot call it a sentence. So these are the three conditions that have to be satisfied for a sentence to be called, for a sentence to be a vakyam. Vakyam. Because why we are discussing this here? Why are we discussing this here? Because we are discussing Śāstra Pramaṇam. Śāstra Pramaṇam means what? Śāstra Pramaṇam means apta vakyam. Vakyam means padasamuham, group of words. And simply group of words is not sufficient. The words themselves must indicate, they should have the potency to indicate objects. Also, these words that form a sentence, these sentences should satisfy these three conditions: akanksa, yogyata, and sannidhi. Then such a sentence is Śāstra Pramaṇam. Such a sentence is Śāstra Pramaṇam. What is Śāstra Pramaṇam? Śāstra Pramaṇam is the sentence, vakyam. The vakyam which has words, meaningful words, and the sentence which satisfies these three conditions of akanksa, yogyata, and sannidhi, that is Śāstra Pramaṇam. Then what does Śāstra Pramaṇam do? What is pramanam? Pramakaranam iti pramanam. Everyone is with me? Following? Okay. Yes, Brajadevi Mataji. Vatsala Mataji, thank you. Unmute. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Could you please repeat that akansha? Explain akansha again, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Akansha means when there is a sentence. Rama went to school. Let's say Rama went to school. There is akansha between the words in that sentence. There is akansha, there is expectation between Rama and went, there is expectation. If you removed one word from that sentence, then that akanksha is not satisfied. For example, if I said Rama school, I didn't say went to school, I just said Rama school. Then that akanksha of that word Rama, what did Rama do to school? That is the akanksha, expectation. That akanksha is satisfied by another word, went to school, like that.
Okay.
So like this, every word has that expectation from other words in that sentence. That akanksha has to be satisfied. Only then you can call it a proper sentence.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So then what else did we discuss about Shabda Pramanam yesterday? Shabda bodha. You remember Shabda bodha? Shabda bodha means how exactly this knowledge is produced from Shabda Pramanam. Shabda Pramanam is the Vakyam which has akanksa, yogyata and sannidhi. When somebody hears this, then what is happening? When someone hears this, knowledge is produced. Shabda bodha happens. How Shabda bodha happens? Anyone remembers from yesterday? Actually, we don't have time now. I'll have to wind up, so I'll just tell. You will hear this statement. When you hear this statement, you will first recall the meanings of the words. Then you will form anvaya. You'll do anvaya. Anvaya means you will rearrange the words either as kriya, karma. I mean, what's that? Karta, karma and kriya, or in English, karta, kriya, karma, whichever. In that order, you will rearrange the words, and then you will get knowledge of what is being said there. The knowledge which is produced in you is called Shabda Jnanam. Okay, so far everyone's with me. How Shabda Jnanam is produced? Shabda Jnanam is produced by hearing the sentence, recalling the meaning words, rearranging the words into a proper formation sentence, and then you get knowledge. There are some conditions required for you to get that knowledge also. What are the conditions here? You should be knowing the meanings of the words. If you don't know the meanings of the words, even though that Shabda Pramana is authoritative, still you will not get knowledge. I'm saying under certain circumstances, you may not get Shabda Jnanam. You may not get Shabda Jnanam. You may not get knowledge even after hearing an authoritative statement. When does that happen? When do you actually fail to gain knowledge? When do you fail to get Shabda Jnanam, even though the Shabda Pramanam is proper? When what are the qualifications of the person? What are the qualifications of the person to receive this, to gain this Shabda Jnanam? First is he should know the meaning. That means he knows the language. He should know the meaning of the words. He should know how to do anvaya. Some more is there. He's hearing with his faculty of ears, right? Let's say he's a deaf person. He's a deaf person. So he didn't hear the sound. So if he's not hearing the sentence, will there be any knowledge in him? Will any Shabda Jnanam be produced in him if he's not able to hear? No, right? There won't be. Or sometimes he's under the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion. Let's say he's in deep slumber. He just woke up. He's not able to do the anvaya. He's not able to recall the meanings. Even though he hears the sentence, he doesn't get the knowledge. Or he's intoxicated. He's drunk. Then also he's not able to. That means the Shabda Pramanam is okay. The sentence is authoritative. Because of defects in the person who is receiving that, he is not getting Shabda Jnanam. Yes? With me? Confusing? Good. Okay? Okay. Thank you. So now finally, if he is not able to get knowledge, just because I am not able to get knowledge, can I say that Shabda Pramanam is wrong? No. Like now you hear a statement, a Sanskrit statement from Bhagavatam. You don't know Sanskrit. I didn't get any knowledge by hearing that. Therefore, that Shabda Pramanam is wrong. Can you say? No, you cannot say. I didn't get Shabda Jnanam because I have some defects in me. It doesn't mean that Pramanam has some defects. Again, connecting everything. What is our investigation? We are trying to find out that Pramanam which has no defects. That Pramanam, why? Because when there are defects, you cannot get Yathartha Jnanam all the time. You are looking for that Pramanam which will give Yathartha Jnanam all the time, means that Pramanam which has no defects. You are looking for a Pramanam which has no defects. Finally, one more point, 3 minutes are left. Shabda Pramanam is all Shabda Pramanam defectless. Already we ruled out Pratyaksa Anumana Pramanams, we said they have defects. Anumana Pramanam rooted in Shabda is having defects, right? So we cannot take. And Anumana Pramanam rooted in Shabda, non-defective Shabda, let us say, then that Anumana Pramanam, yes, it is giving Yathartha Jnanam, but still it is depending on something else. So we cannot take. Now all we are left with finally is Shabda Pramanam only. Our only hope now, our only hope of that Pramanam which can give us only Yathartha Jnanam all the time is Shabda Pramanam. That's only because we have eliminated the other two. Now we are left with only Shabda. In this Shabda, is it possible to have Shabda which has defects, is my question. Is it possible to have statements, Vakyam, Shabda means what? Statements. Is it possible to have statements which have the defects in them? No? Yes? I'll give you an example. One statement is, Himalayas are covered with snow. Yes. Sri Veda Mataji saying, depending on the authority we are hearing from. Yes, exactly. Exactly. The Shabda, what is that Shabda rooted in? Where is that Shabda coming from? Like we said, Newton's laws. Newton's laws, based on Newton's laws, now books are written. We have physics books. We study. We are studying words. So that is Shabda or not? We are studying physics books. Is it Shabda Pramanam or not? Shabda Pramanam means what? Statements, words, sentences. They're sentences. By studying that sentence, recalling meanings, we are getting knowledge. We are getting Shabda Jnanam from the books. Can you call this knowledge as Shabda Pramanam, which has no defects? You cannot say. Why? This Shabda is rooted in somebody's Anumana. That Anumana is rooted in Pratyaksa. Pratyaksa means 4 defects. So all Shabda is not free from defects. All Shabda is not free from defects. We want to find out that Shabda which has no defects. Is there any such Shabda? You see, as we are going forward, we have left everything. Now we have come only to Shabda, and within Shabda also, now we want to remove all Shabda which has defects, which are rooted in Pratyaksa and Anumana. Now we don't know what it is yet. See, we are going in the ascending order. We are not coming in the descending process. Ascending means we are starting where we are and we are going higher, searching for that ultimate pramana. So now where we are is, we have Shabda with us. And this Shabda Pramana has defects. And is there a Shabda Pramana which has no defects? That is our search. Okay. So there I will stop. And it's already your 8:30. And we will continue tomorrow. So tomorrow we will be discussing what are the characteristics of a non-defective Shabda. Shabda which has no defects. What should be the, when can you actually call something a non, what are the criteria, what are the conditions to be satisfied for a Shabda to be called non-defective Shabda? That we will see tomorrow. Okay. Yes. Questions, please. Rajalakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, can you please go to the page wherein you had made notes for Śāstra Pramaṇam, Mataji? Because that is like very easy for us to understand.
This one, Mataji? Oh, I'm not sharing, I think. One second.
Your notes, Mataji, not the one that you wrote just now, the one that your notes. You had
Acha, acha. I'm going to share it today. I didn't share it yesterday because I wanted to tell about akanksa, sannidhi, yogyata and all that. So
Okay.
that's why I was going to share it today. I will share it today about
Thank you,
Śāstra
Mataji.
Pramaṇam.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Tamil Selvi Mataji.
Could we call Vedas as non-defective sabda pramana?
Yes. But that, yes, we can call, but we will get there. We are not going to see. That's why I said.
Just
yes.
for out of Ento, I am asking.
Yes.
Next one. I want. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right. Rashmi Mataji. Unmute, I did. Okay.
Mataji, can you please explain those 5 steps again, Mataji? Pratigna, Hetu, Vyapti, Upanaya, and Nigamana.
Nigamana, yes. So,
Upanaya, Upanaya and Nigamana, Mataji.
Okay. Upanaya means, so the previous one was Vyapti. Vyapti or Drishtanta. That means an example. So this is how it is going. First is you made a proposition. What is the proposition? There is fire on this hill. You are explaining to another person. You are seeing, your proposition is there is fire on this hill. Then what is the reason? Second one is Hetu. What is the cause for this proposition? I'm seeing smoke. Smoke. There's smoke coming on this hill. Then the third one is how this smoke is telling you this. So there's a vyapti, or there is an example. In the kitchen, we have seen when there is fire, smoke comes. That means smoke comes from fire only. And you can give other examples, Goshala here and there. Okay. So first you say, by these examples, we know that fire comes from, smoke comes from fire, or the cause of smoke is fire. And you tell the rule also. Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vahini. Wherever there is smoke, there must be fire. This is the rule. Now you come to the next step. Upanaya means that vyapti should be applied to this hill. Vyapti is a rule. Applying that rule to this particular circumstance, this particular situation, to this hill. What are you seeing on this hill? There is dhumaha. There is smoke. So the rule says where there is smoke, there will be fire. There is smoke here, so there should be fire here. This is Upanaya. You are applying that vyapti to this hill. That is Upanaya. And then finally conclusion is, after application, what is your conclusion now? What are you trying to say? Your first pratigya, same thing. There is fire on this hill.
On the mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mataji. Vatsala Mataji.
Mataji, I am hearing a lot of lectures and your lectures. I am talking about the authoritative statements. I can misinterpret the statement because I have a left ear. It's not hearing properly now, right? So this is my defect, right? It's not authoritative statements are defective. We know the Shastras are Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, everything is pure. Okay, and also we talked about the realized souls. So what do I conclude from this? Because I am defective, because my sense organs are going defective, so I cannot assume whatever I cannot hear is going to be defective, right?
Exactly. Yes.
And also, please also tell me, maybe you can recommend a Sanskrit English dictionary so I can look at these words, because some words, because of the age, sometimes I forget it. I have to keep on looking at it before I come to a conclusion. I remember that correctly.
Yes,
and also you said something about yatra yatra. I didn't get it correctly. Please.
Yes. That's
thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. This in Sanskrit is yatra yatra. Yatra yatra means wherever. Dhumaha
okay.
means smoke. Yatra yatra dhumaha means wherever there is smoke. Tatra tatra means there. Wherever.
Okay.
There, like where, there, like that. Yatra yatra, where there is smoke. Tatra tatra, there is vahini. Vahini means fire. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. That's what that Sanskrit sentence is saying.
Okay, I didn't get it correctly because see the last word is moving away from me, trailing off. So
Yeah.
I have problem with my left ear. So age related. So sometimes it's very difficult unless I hear it correctly. You know, I mean, I don't remember it correctly. So I have this problem from last year. So when you are listening to lectures, you have to be very careful. And I like to write it down always. I take good notes. Always take notes. You know.
So nice. Very inspiring.
Yeah. But I have to continue that. I need that kind of motivation, enthusiasm from you and others so that we can continue taking it and apply our knowledge.
Yes.
You know, and please recommend a Sanskrit English dictionary, please. Thank you.
I will refer to our expert. He's the Sanskrit scholar.
Okay, okay, yeah. I need to get something from India or somewhere.
Prabhuji, Sanskrit to English dictionary. Can you recommend something? Vatsala Mataji is asking.
Why you want Vatsala Mataji?
The sooner the better, because you are introducing a lot of words. I have heard it long time back, but it's not coming back to me. I'm forgetting a lot of things now.
My God, you are so enthusiastic.
Before I am 75.
Oh my God. But you have one more senior, you know, Vidya Saraswati Mataji. She is the senior most lady in our class.
Wow.
Welcome to her, Vidya Saraswati, 86. I want to unmute her.
Hare Krishna.
What is it, Vidya?
Saraswati, you know, see, she is speaking now.
Namaste, Ji. Namaste. Thank you so much for admitting in this group. I am very anxious to learn as much from you as possible.
Yeah.
I have very limited knowledge of Sanskrit, but with your help, I can gather as much jnana as possible. Sometimes
nice.
we make mistakes. Please forgive me. That's all.
No problem, Mataji.
Age is not a problem with me.
Yes.
Age doesn't matter for me. Age is age. We just ignore it. But the jnana, the buddhi, that is important.
Yeah. Really very inspiring. Our youth has to learn from them. These people, they are not able to sit also. See Mataji nicely sitting 86 years and writing everything. I don't know what you are all doing. Other young people.
Very good speech. Very good speech. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. No words fail me. That's all.
Okay,
so yeah, we need your blessing and example, Mataji. I am writing it. I love to write. I always keep notes, daily log.
Yeah. So anyway, dictionary if you want. Apte dictionary is there. You can refer that. Apte, Sanskrit to English.
Could you provide the name in the WhatsApp or something where I can get it?
I'll write it on this.
APT.
APT, yeah, just write that.
Apte dictionary. Simple dictionary this is. There are many things are there, but simple dictionary you can follow. But one thing, Mataji, actually in the Sanskrit, so you cannot you are not limited to one meaning of the word. As per the context, words meaning changes a lot. The way in the Nyaya field, actually the word is used, akanksa, that is very different from the Vedanta field. And that will be very different in another school of the people. So like vritti word is there. This is used by the grammarians in one meaning. And vritti word is used by the Vedantins in another way. So the different schools, they use the same word with a different meaning. So that's why this kind of subtle sense you'll develop when you study all the darshanas. Six darshanas, that means Nyaya, Mimamsa, Vedanta, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, and Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. So it's a long journey actually. We forgot our roots. Our Indians, especially, we are all rooted in the Vedic knowledge, and which is very powerful knowledge, which will make our all the intelligence. It will sharpen our intelligence and it will make us into the mode of goodness. It will bring into the goodness. So such a great knowledge is simply neglected. So if you go in the deep of these darshanas, they are more complex than even the so-called modern science and modern, because I am student of computer science and I know the programming languages and I know all that means different and also electronic student I am, the phenomena and various semiconductor physics. But if you compare to that, this knowledge is very important and very deep and subtle. This Vedic knowledge, especially the 6 schools of philosophy. So anyway, you try with the aptitude dictionary. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, all the best for you. Yeah, Sampriya Mataji is there.
She's there. Shampriya Mataji, please raise your hand. I don't think she's there. Maybe she left. Whose translation is good to read Tattva Sandarbha of Jiva Goswami and other Shad Goswamis? Ramya Mataji is asking, which translation would you recommend to read Tattva Sandarbha of Jiva Goswami and other Sandarbhas?
Actually, whatever we are teaching, these are all from Sarva Samvadini and nobody has translated. You should read my translation, okay? Which is already I shared with you. The 3 files I shared. So SS1, 2, 3, you read that. And we'll send the complete book today. I'll send that.
Any other questions?
You have mentioned Tattva Sandarbha. Is there any other Sandarbhas there?
Of course, there are 6 Sandarbhas are there.
Only one is mentioned here.
Yeah, Tattva Sandarbha. And another Sandarbha is Bhagavat Sandarbha. Next is Bhagavat Sandarbha. And next Paramatma Sandarbha.
Okay. Bhagavat
Fourth is
Paramatma.
Krishna Sandarbha.
Krishna.
Fifth is Bhakti Sandarbha. Sixth is Preeti Sandarbha.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is the meaning of Sandarbha? You know, Sandarbha means Gudardhasya Prakashascha Sarokti Sreshtatha Tatha Nanardavatvam Vedyatvam Sandarbha Katyate Budaihi. Sandarbha means is a guidebook on the some textbook. Yeah. It will Sandarbha, what it does, it will tell us the deep meaning, the secret meanings of the main text. And also it will tell the essence of that main text. And also Sandarbha explains us the multiple meanings of the text. And Sandarbha is Sarokti Sreshtatha Nana Vedyat. That means what has to be known from that textbook, that also it will tell to us. So that's why Sandarbha is like a guide actually. So these 6 Sandarbhas which are written on Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why Srimad Bhagavatam is the main text. On that main text, these 6 Sandarbhas are like a guidebooks. If you want to understand Srimad Bhagavatam deeply, you can study these 6 books.
Okay.
6 books are known as Shat Sandarbhas.
Oh, Shat Sandarbhas.
Yeah. 6 are together known as Shat Sandarbhas. Also another name is Bhagavata Sandarbha.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for explaining.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyone has any questions? Any other questions? No questions means not properly explained. Mataji,
first we have to assimilate it. You have done a very good job of explaining everything, but it is a very, very tough subject also. So
yes.
we can't, as far as I am concerned, I
Yes,
have to assimilate it, then only I can ask questions.
Yes,
That is why I have taken notes, and I have also you have also sent the notes.
Yes.
First we have to go through them, then only I can.
Yes,
Because
Mataji.
with my limited knowledge, I can grasp so much meaning. That's all. Not your
Vidyasarthi Mataji, you are a teacher actually. What you were previously?
Teacher.
You are a teacher, huh?
Yes, I was a teacher.
Yeah.
Now I
Very
am a
good.
student.
No, you are. You are, na? You are a teacher?
I am a
Previously?
teacher. I was teaching plus 2.
What is that? Plus 2.
Plus 2 students.
Achha. Which subject? Which subject?
English and history.
Oh, English and history. Okay.
Very nice. So nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, now hands are raising. Anita Sure Mataji. Unmute Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, yeah, like questions means it's really, really deep language. Actually, when children ask why we should believe science, and we should believe science and we should not believe Vedas, right? Which I used to not have an answer, but with your explanation, I'm able to relate on how I can explain them. So it's really good, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. That's the purpose.
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
What, Mataji?
Mataji is saying, like when children ask why, we should believe the Vedas, right? They believe science, whatever is said in science. So earlier when that question was asked, I was not able to answer. Now
I heard. Okay, fine, good.
I thought you wanted to elaborate on that more.
No.
Okay.
Thanks for the compliment. Yeah.
Vatsalam Mataji. You're raising again from before. Unmute.
Prabhuji, you said 6 sandarbhas. And what was the last one, please?
Preeti.
My ears, the left ear is a problem. What was that?
Preeti. Priti. Preeti.
Okay, great. Yeah, sometimes everything is trailing off. Prabhu, yesterday, sorry, I have taken a little bit longer. I shouldn't include my personal details or something, but I'm very, I apologize for that. But you explained to me, I always, you know what, Prabhuji, and one more thing, about 25 years back here, where we talked about, what is that, a Saivite or something about Shiva's Shivalok. And they were, I think, disrespecting Shiva. That's what I felt when I came in 25 years back. A lot of people were disrespecting. You shouldn't be going in. But Shiva is a #1 devotee of Krishna. So we should not be disrespecting. And always they were saying karmis. At that time, I was not a full devotee. I was also doing my work. And at that time, I could have been considered as a karmi too. I earned money. I donated dollars for the temples and all, for services. And I was feeling a little bit affected by when somebody calls a Mayavadi and also talks about karmis, because we were all once a Mayavadi too. Then we read a lot of other books, Mayavada philosophy. Then we became into realization that Prabhupada was far superior. So when I go to India, how do I explain I deal with a lot of Saivites or Smartas. They believe in Shiva. How do we counteract with them?
So just to explain them the way we are proceeding here. So we are going to see further. So the highest scripture is Srimad Bhagavatam. the highest authority among all the Vedas. Of course, there are so many branches of Vedas are there. So the conclusion of all the Vedas is Srimad Bhagavatam. Because after compiling all the 4 Vedas and also all the Puranas, Srila Vyasadeva was not fully satisfied. Once he finished compiling Srimad Bhagavatam, then he was happy. That means what? Srimad Bhagavatam is the ultimate conclusion of all the Vedas. And in that Srimad Bhagavatam, what is being explained? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Ete Chamsha Kalapamsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the cause for all the avatars and all the different expansions, incarnations, everything is coming from him. So in this way, if you want to convince, first you should make them accept the pramana. Based upon what pramana they want to discuss. If they are speaking their philosophy based upon their scripture, that is Shiva Purana, and you are speaking your philosophy based upon Srimad Bhagavatam, so then there will be never-ending fighting always. First of all, establish whose pramana is more powerful, your pramana or my pramana. First, that's why if you establish your pramana is superior to their pramana, then gone. They have to accept the highest authority. So that's why establishing our pramana as a supreme is the major thing actually. So in the previous ancient ages, people will not debate just on the prameya. That means the object of the first, before discussing anything, first of all, they will ask to establish their authorities, their pramanas. So that's why you, first of all, ask them to establish their pramana as a supreme. Otherwise, there is no need to discuss with them. Simply say that you are not qualified to discuss with us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Prabhu. And now I am finding a lot of younger devotees like Amarendra Prabhu and other people I listen to. They are more favorable to the younger generation.
Yes.
Because we are all baby boomers. Long time back we came in, we heard a lot of things that was very unsatisfactory to us. But now I'm hearing, I appreciate all the younger generations, young people who understand there are differences and they want to find a unity among all the different groups.
Yes.
And they say in a milder way that is more pleasing to us. As older ladies, we are pleased with them. And the communication platform is something more different, loving, and very congenial to what is going on in the society nowadays.
Yes.
So I found it because I have been there for a long time and I saw how the system was and how now it is changing. They are accepting more people into temples.
Yes, Mataji. We are getting more hands to raise. So can we take them?
Okay. Yeah. So this is what my problem was. When I go to India, there is always a difference.
Yeah, I understood. You understood, I think, my point.
Thank you. Yeah, so I do get it. Thank you.
Yes.
Prabhuji, there's a question in the chat which was typed before, so I'll read that question first before they raise their hands.
That person is there or not?
Oh, Girisha, please raise your hand if you want me to read it.
If that person is not there, Revati, by that time you can take.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You should take, not me.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble
Question for whom? For me or Mataji?
Both.
My God.
Both. Yeah. So, yesterday, Prabhuji, you discussed very elaborately regarding Jiva not falling from Brahmajyoti platform. I'm still learning in a learning process, very new person. So I was just reading a purport from Srila Prabhupada. I just want to quote one line from there, which is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 23rd chapter, 27th verse.
Yes.
And Prabhupada in the last paragraph, he writes, even if one is promoted to the impersonal Brahmajyoti, he runs every chance of falling down into this material world. If it is possible to fall down from the Brahmajyoti, which is beyond the higher planetary systems in this material world, then what can be said of the ordinary yogis and karmis who can only be elevated to higher material planets?
Yes.
That's it, Prabhu. Yeah, that was a line I wanted to mention. So how we can understand this, what Prabhupada is writing, and what concept we learned yesterday. So how we can understand both of them?
So even if you are promoted to the Brahman platform, so there is a chance to fall down from there. Okay, that's true. we were discussing, na? So people who are, when it is possible, what is the reason to Jivatma fall down from the state? So because of the disrespecting or because of the offense. How Jivatma can fall from that state to the normal state? The reason is what? Offense. Offense only the reason, not the self experience Jivatma is having about the bhakti, and because of now not getting that bhakti taste, now that's why I have to go down. This is not going to happen. This is not the reason actually. So the reason is the chance. How that chance can come? By the offense. Anadruta ishmadangraya. This is the reason actually. So whoever is in the what, you have to understand this line. Even if someone is promoted to the Brahma Jyoti platform, they has to fall down from there, provided if they commit any offense. But who completely out from this body and entered into the Brahma Jyoti, there is no chance to commit any offense. So those will be like that only. So today we got one message actually, so I want to just share that. So Devahuti, Mother Devahuti, really so nice. She has shared with me. Just I'm going to share with you all. So Revati Nandan Das, he is a Prabhupada disciple. He is asking, Srila Prabhupada, you very clearly explained to me once in a letter that if the jiva soul then goes into the Brahma Jyoti, he is considered still fallen. Still fallen. Does that mean the whole Brahma Jyoti is composed of fallen souls? You see my question. If you go there, I am a jiva soul and I go to the Brahma Jyoti, I am still fallen. Prabhupada, yes. That means all jiva souls, they are in impersonal Brahman. Brahma Jyoti are also fallen souls. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, yes. Existence in the impersonal Brahman is also within the category of non-Krishna consciousness. Those who are in the Brahman effulgence are also in the fallen condition. So there is no question of falling down from fallen condition. This point has to be noted. So jivas who are there in the Brahman platform, so when they will be falling from there, even if they are in the body, there is a chance to commit the offense, then they will fall down. But who entered in the Brahma Jyoti, and that is like a spiritual suicide because there is no Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness, here Prabhupada what is saying? Brahma Jyoti state is, as per the devotee's understanding, it is simply what? Is a fallen state because there is no devotion at all. And there is no Krishna consciousness at all. Non-Krishna consciousness. And that means it is a fallen state already, as per the devotees. So Brahma Jyoti, entering into the Brahma Jyoti is what? Is a fallen state. And Prabhupada is saying that. What is saying here? Those who are in the Brahman effulgence are also in the fallen condition. So there is no question of falling down from fallen condition. When fall takes place, it means falling down from the non-fallen condition. So the non-fallen condition is Krishna consciousness. Okay? You understood? Revati Mataji.
Yeah.
What you understood?
Because you said like whoever is there in the Brahma Jyoti is already in the fallen condition. So
is there any fall down further?
So how can a person fall? That's what you're mentioning. That how can a person fall from already fallen condition?
Fallen state. Okay. So there is no falling from the Brahma Jyoti. But those people who are in the body but still in the Brahman platform, since there is a chance to commit offense towards the Vaishnavas, so then what will happen? Then they can get the material attachment. That's the thing. So this is the way you should understand. Then in that sentence, you should understand, generally, especially Prabhupada always takes the Mayavadis. Mayavadis, they never come to the state of the Brahman realization. Even if they come, they cannot stay because of their offensiveness. So the reason to come down from the Brahman state to normal, that means materialistic state, because offense, you should remember this point as a thumb rule actually. Remember it as a thumb rule. So since there is no chance to commit offense in Brahma Jyoti, they will be like that. And automatically people say that it will fall down because of lack of service there. No, that is not possible. Jivatma by nature is not Krishna conscious. It is constitutional. That means it is meant. It meant for the Krishna consciousness. That means it doesn't mean that now it is Krishna. So that's why Brahma Jyoti state is non-Krishna conscious state. So that's why it cannot come down from there. Oh, so no, many people you all think that there is no service, but Jivatma's nature is serving, so there is no service. That's why it will fall down from the Brahma Jyoti. This is not the reason actually to fall down. Prabhupada, what he's saying, it's already fallen state. What kind of fallen will happen from there? You are getting something, some sense.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
So yesterday I also explained seva means what? Actually, the material activities we see. What we see, that means doctors are serving patient and mother is serving the children. These are all what? So doctor, mother, these are all what? All the material activities done by whom? Soul is doing. Soul is the cause for this. Like the 5 reasons Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita to happen the karma. What are those? One is the body. Second is what? Second is the karana. Karana, that means senses. Third is the akanksa. And fourth is chestas, different activities. And fifth is paramatma. Where is jivatma is mentioned? Pure jivatma is not at all caused there. Akanksa means is a product of the maya. These are the causes actually. All the material activities are because of the prakriti. Karya karana kartrutve prakritir heturichyate. Prakrite krimanani gunai karmani sarvashah. All the karmas are done by what? Prakriti's gunas are doing. Not the jivatma is doing. But jivatma is thinking that kartaham iti manyate. It is claiming that's all. So that's why spiritual world is also like serving is there. Material world is also, material elements also interacting, and you are seeing one doctor is a upadhi and patient is a upadhi. Upadhi is serving another upadhi. Mother is also not, the soul is not mother. Mother is a upadhi and child is upadhi. Upadhi is serving another upadhi. You are understanding? So motherness is not the soul, it's not a soul property. Motherness is not the soul property, or childness is not the soul property. But for the layman understanding, we say like that. And like a teacher is not a soul property. It is a upadhi. Upadhi means is external. It belongs to the body actually. Brahmana serves to the people. Brahmana is not the soul. It is a body actually. So people they say that Jivatma by nature is a servant, and that's why it is serving already in this material world, and that service is not there in Brahma Jyoti, that's falling low. Okay, Revati is okay.
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah.
Grisha.
Mataji typed her
Hare
question.
Krishna.
Go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Yes, it's in the chat box. Thank you so much.
What is that? Yeah. Can you repeat? You ask now. You are there, na? can't
little bit
speak?
intimidated and shy.
Why you are shy actually? There is no need to shy. Where is that question, Mataji? I didn't see because I have it's not written.
I can see. She sent it to me. I will read it. If Shabda Pramanam is rooted in Shabda Bodha, hearing and reading is required as one of the conditions. Why can't we say that Shabda is also rooted in Pratyaksa to read or hear these statements? Those authoritative. Huh?
Can I ask her to explain this? What her question? Girisha Mother, kindly explain your question, please.
Unmute yourself, Mataji.
Girisha.
Unmute.
Krishna. Is there any problem to explain?
Hey Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to understand that Shabda Bodha is meaning it means to hear and read a statement and then recall and rearrange in order to get Shabda Jnanam, right?
Yeah.
Sabda Bodha. That means Sabda Jnanam. To get, yes.
Okay, so for hearing and reading, it means you need Pratyaksa, you need the senses in order to hear or to read. So my question is, can't you say that Shabda Pramanam is rooted in Pratyaksa as well?
You are very intelligent, Mataji. Really. Good question, actually. So try to understand what is the difference. First of all, I will be interrogating you. That's all. You have to follow my interrogation. Then I will get the answer from you only. Okay? Can you help me to ask questions you further to answer your question?
Please remain unmute, Mataji. Girisha.
I'll try.
Yeah. What is the difference between the Shabda Bodha and Shabda Pramanam? First of all, please explain as per your understanding.
Shabda Pramanam is the actual sentence, the group of words that need to satisfy three conditions.
Yes.
And Shabda Bodha is the actions or the actual conditions that are needed for Shabda Pramanam.
No. Shabda Bodha is the knowledge.
Okay.
Knowledge. For example, this is pen. This word, these three words you heard. This is pen. When you hear these three words, actually these three words are Shabda Pramanam. But when you hear these words, three words, this is pen through your ears, that means Pratyaksa Pramana. And then after that, these words are recognized actually. This is pen. If you don't know that language, you cannot recognize that words also. But first of all, you will recognize the words. This is pen. After recognizing each word, then you'll be recollecting the meanings of the each word. This means this presently it is whichever is the object is in front of us, that is known as this, which is very close to us. And is means is a present tense. That means it is indicating the existence of the some object. Then only we use the word is. Is meaning is existence. Pen, P and pen. Pen means which is useful to write. That object, the meaning of pen is the object which can be used to write. So when you hear the words, first of all, you are recognizing that. Then after that, recollecting the meanings of the each word. Then after that, you are getting yourself finally after recollecting the words and then rearranging the meanings of that words properly. Then you will be getting what? This is pen. Now finally after recollecting words, you are getting this is pen. Idi pennu. So did you get any knowledge from this?
Yes.
What knowledge you got?
Shabda Jnanam.
No. Idi pennu. Idi avu.
Okay.
Idi avu. Did you get any knowledge from this? Idi avu.
Is
Grisha
that
Mataji.
Sanskrit that you're saying? Idi au?
So that's why I'm asking. So why you no, it is not Sanskrit, it is Telugu. So did you get any
Okay.
meaning of that? Idi
Yes,
avu.
this is pen. It means that there is pen in
No,
existence.
no. Idi avu I'm saying. What is the meaning is? Did you get any knowledge from this sentence? It is a proper sentence as per Telugu language. Did you get any knowledge from this?
Oh no, I did not because I don't understand Telugu.
That means you heard the words, two words, idi avu. Idi
Yes.
avu. But even after hearing the words, can you recognize those words?
No,
And can you recollect the meanings of those words?
no,
And are you able to rearrange the meanings? No. And finally,
no,
are you able to get any meaning, any knowledge?
no.
No. But when I say this is pen, do you get knowledge? Did you get
Yes,
knowledge? What? In front of me, or other way in my hand, whatever the object is there, that object is known as pen. About
pen.
that new object, you got the knowledge. What? This is pen.
Yes.
So the finally whatever the knowledge you are getting, that is known as sabda bodha, or otherwise sabda jnanam. Okay.
Okay.
To get the sabda jnanam, you need to hear, and after that recognize the words, then recall the meanings, and proper meanings has to be recalled, and then after that rearrange the meanings. Then after that, finally you will be getting the knowledge. But Shabda Praman, this whole process is leading to what? To get the Jnanam. But
Yes.
Shabda Jnanam is different from the Shabda Pramanam. Shabda Pramanam means what?
Okay.
This is when these words itself is a Shabda Pramanam.
Okay.
Words are and that sentence is a Shabda Pramanam. That words are dependent on your ears or ability of your ears? No, no.
No.
So people, maybe some person is having some deafness. He may not able to hear those words. Then he may not get this sabda bodha. Can you say because of he is not having proper ears and proper audible capacity he doesn't have? Can you say this sentence is wrong? This sentence is wrong?
No.
No, no. Try to understand. Shabda Pramanam means only the words, like the Shāstra.
So we
These are
have to look
words.
at the source of the words.
Those words are dependent on our sense perception. Knowledge is dependent on the sense perception, or the words are dependent on the sense perception.
The knowledge.
So and the words are not na.
Well, I guess that's my confusion
Why
because
confusion?
in order for there to be those words, someone must have written those words. So where is the source of those words? And that person should also be able to read, write, or hear in order to actually,
Okay, you are
create those words. Yeah.
you are asking the origin of the words. If
Yes.
origin of the words are the senses, then there is a problem. That means there can be defect in that words. If origin of the words are the senses, then there will be a problem. But this origin of the words is not the senses. That is our next homework. Tomorrow's class is
Okay.
what is the origin of these words? Which origin we should take so that our words is always perfect.
Yes.
That means perfect source of the sentences we should select. Not the people, so-called human beings who are having the defective senses and they are producing the words, then they may be defective. If they are repeating, then there will be no defect in that. But if they are producing, they are generating, then there will be a defect. There is a reputation is different. Reputation is different, and the generation is different. You know this. That means from the Vedas, we are just repeating those, but we are not generating. But scientists, what they are doing, the scientific books, whatever are there, scientific books, they are all generated actually by those scientists because of their imperfect senses, because of their Pratyaksa and Anumana Pramanas. Using these Pratyaksa and Anumana Pramanas, they are producing so much text actually. That can be defective. Those sentences can be defective. Yes?
Yes, makes sense.
So that's why we are already today we said. So the sentences which are generated by the scientists, those can be defective. Even that is a sentences means sabda pramana. That sabda pramana can be defective. But we want such a sabda pramana which doesn't have any defective origin. Non-defective words we want to find from where we can get. Okay.
Okay, yes, I understand. And I guess we'll go deeper into that tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Swati, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. English.
Prabhuji, we can take this falling down from Brahmabhuta statements. Saurabha Muni example can we take?
Which one?
Saurabha Muni. That Leela is there, no Prabhuji? That Krishna Leela.
Yes. Because he did offense towards the Garuda.
Aparada. Vaishnava
Yes.
Aparada.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That's all.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Nice connection, Saubhari Muni. Prabhuji, one question about Shabda Bodha and Shabda Jnanam. I recollect.
So both are same.
Okay, so that process of recalling the meanings and rearranging sentence, so that comes under just the conditions required. It's not part of the pramana or the
No, those are not part of the pramana. They are just the process how to get the sabda bodha.
So there's no term for the process as such. There's no word for that.
That's known as sabda bodha vidhanam. That means process. That's all. How sabda bodha happens.
So Shabda Bodha, Shabda Jnanam are identical. The knowledge produced.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Okay. If there's no questions, then we will end the meeting here.
Yam Sujata, you have any questions? No questions? Unmute yourself. You have no questions. Why don't you unmute and say yes or no?
Mataji, Sujata Mataji, unmute Mataji.
Okay. Otherwise she may not. Mataji, AR, you are saying AR means what? Your name, why you are not writing AR? And you will get the certificate with AR. AR means what? You should write the full name, Mataji. Tell to her AR. Mother AR.
No?
Oh, she is keeping.
Unmute. Mataji, unmute Mataji. AR Mataji. Unmute.
You are also unmuting. I am also unmuting.
Okay, I won't do. You do.
Mataji, AR. Can you unmute now? Maybe she is feeling difficulty. No problem. Leave her. They are all senior citizens. We should respect them. Okay, we'll end the class here today. Thank you very much. So, if you have no questions, all the best for tomorrow's class. Hare Krishna.